Let's talk about Ponyta. I like Ponyta. I think it could be a basic one. I think Galarian Ponyta is much better because it's just My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go basic. I could be convinced to go awesome.
You know,
I'd say.
Oh, you go.
Oh, okay. I'd say it's basic solely because I don't understand how you ride Ponyta.
Yes. Well, they've explained in the anime that the fire doesn't burn people it likes.
Oh. Well, that's not how fire works.
Okay, but this is a horse that generates its own fire from inside its own body. So is that where we want to start drawing the line for some?
Exactly.
Like, okay, a magical fire horse can exist, but it has to singe your butt. It can't not singe your butt. So you want to go basic? I want to go basic.
I'm going basic because the fire doesn't work that way, and also I feel like it was the first idea someone had when someone said horse Pokemon.
Yeah, they were like, fire though. What if we put a horse on fire? Corey, are you good with basic?
Yeah.
Okay, basic. I mean, unless you went like full failure or sauce, we would have gone basic. But Rapidash, it is bigger Ponyta. And it has a horn now that no one ever mentions.
Yeah.
I don't think it can ever use the horn in anything.
Doesn't it have horn drill? I think it has horn drill.
Does it? I'm gonna look at its Gen 1 moveset. Looks like it does not learn Horn Drill by level up. It can learn it by TM. Okay, so it can learn Horn Drill. I'm gonna say Chore. I don't think it's any better than Ponyta. And also the Galarian Rapidash looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like Galarian Ponyta is cute, but Galarian Rapidash is too much.
I can get with that.
Yeah, it goes from being like a nice dessert to like you can feel your teeth falling out while looking at it.
It's the cavity Pokemon.
The cavity Pokemon. Rapidash, welcome to Chore. We've already got enough fire types and sauce anyway. Slowpoke, look at this dummy. Look at
love
this.
him.
He's so good. He is so good. I think I can go awesome for Slowbro.
I could go sauce.
You could give it sauce?
He's got it.
Corey?
I mean, for Slowpoke, because I like how things turn out. For Slowpoke, I might go basic, which would average it out to an awesome.
Okay. I feel like you're doing Slowpoke dirty there, Corey. But maybe we'll change our mind once we talk to a real bro. A real Slowbro. I think that's a sauce Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm fine with going sauce. It's 2 Pokemon for the price of 1.
I love that it has like an angry, deformed Cloyster constantly trying to eat its tail. Like, because that's not a Cloyster. It's like, oh, it fishes with its tail and catches a Shellder that then evolves. And I'm like, well, that's not what Cloyster looks like. So what is this abomination that's consistently trying to eat it? And I love Mega Slowbro, which is like, hey, whoops, I fell into the thing that's trying to eat me, but somehow makes me more powerful. What a dumb idiot. Absolute sauce. Magnemite. Basic. I have no strong opinions about this either way. I don't dislike it.
Yeah, I'd say either Chore or basic.
Yeah, I'm gonna Chore, I think.
Yeah, we've got enough people kind of pushing it towards the Chore. Now, normally I don't like when a Pokemon is just like more of the Pokemon, but I feel like for the lore of Magneton, which is it is a magnet, it makes sense that 3 of these got stuck together. I want to call it awesome.
I'll let this form up to a basic for me.
Yeah, I was also going to say that it brings it to basic for me. I think because it is the magnet Pokemon, it's the only one that makes sense that it's like, we got more of it.
Yeah, because like why are 3 Diglets getting together? Just solidarity? Are they doing a rent strike?
They're actually starting an acapella group.
Starting an acapella group? I could see that. Oh, you know what? It's good that we maybe put Magneton a little lower, because next Pokemon we have to talk about is Farfetch'd, which is clearly a sauce tier Pokemon. It's got a unibrow. It's got a weapon. It's like one of the very few Pokemon that is packing heat, and its Japanese name is based off of an expression that means a duck that comes with its own onions, which is like good luck. It's saying this good thing appeared to me, and it had something as it appeared to me that made it even better, implying that you're going to murder this duck and cook it with its own weapon. That's sauce. That's duck sauce.
I honestly, Phil, I'm wondering, can we do a temporary even rank above sauce? Can we give it a Z for zesty?
Mason, if Mason will allow it, I can insert one left column.
You know, I'm all here for breaking the rules, and Zesty breaks a rule.
Zesty, the far-fetched Zesty. That's gonna be a 0. Very few Pokemon will make it into Zesty, and I am so happy that Farfetch'd is one of them. Now,
is it gonna be like 1 a gen? Maybe is that like the rule?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's say you can't have more than 1 Zesty, and we could kick Farfetch'd out of Zesty and down into sauce if we approach something later that we think deserves Zesty more than Farfetch'd. Let's say that 1 Zesty per gen. Now, Doduo is next. I like Doduo. I like Doduo a lot. I think it's an awesome Pokemon.
Yeah, I think awesome, because like I was thinking basic for a second, but then I feel like basic would be if it only had 1 head.
Yes. Like, they were like, okay, so ostrich. And they're like, that's not enough. And it's like, what if it was 2 ostrich? And they're like, yes.
Yeah, like I guess it's like a weird ostrich kiwi hybrid.
So you're down for awesome, Corey?
Doduo gets a basic for me.
Okay. Well, we've still got 2 awesomes, so that's gonna put it into the awesome. Now, Dodrio, it's weird because I like it better, but it is just one. Let's do 1 more head, which I feel like I need to punish it for. So I want to say chore. Even I'll drop it 2.
Oh man, Dodrio ramps up for me. I give it an awesome.
I think it stays the same for me.
Okay. So we'll put it in awesome. I'm just punishing these Pokemon for not doing enough as they evolve. Seel, this is a Seel.
Speaking of which,
It's a Seel. That's all it is. Failure.
Yeah. Failure. This is the epitome of a failure
They
Pokemon.
didn't even change the name. They just spelled it wrong and were like, that's a Pokemon.
That's something I did as a kid by mistake, was spell the word seal wrong. And they just did it on purpose.
Corey, you can save it from the failure tier, but do you want to?
Can I? Wait, didn't you guys both go failure?
Yeah, but if you chose something like basic, that would pull it up.
Oh god, no, I wouldn't go higher than Dookie.
Seel, welcome to failure. Dugong, it's derpy cute. I can bump it up to Dookie. It's better than Seel.
Yeah, Dookie.
But is it anything more than a big seal?
Not really.
Its fins are just inefficient.
For me, it feels like it's a correction of Seel. Like they made Seel and they were like, okay, that's not a Pokemon enough. Let's give it a little bit more. Let's give it a drop of sauce to make it Dookie.
A drop.
Just a single crumb of sauce.
Please, sir, just a drop of your sauce.
just a crumb of sauce.
Sir.
Are we good putting in the Dookie?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
More like Dookie Gong. Grimer, this is sewage. Like the reason I'm like ranking so many of these Pokemon low is because like I love 5th gen and people dunk on 5th gen all the time because they're like, oh, what, an ice cream Pokemon? Oh, what, a garbage This is just raw sewage that became a Pokemon. And I still like it. So basic?
I was thinking chore.
Chore?
Yeah, chore feels right to me. Although, what about its Alolan form?
Alolan form, the Grimer Alolan form isn't that much different than the regular Grimer. It's just kind of greener. Once we get to Muck, though, then we're cooking. Then we're cooking. Let's talk about Monk. Let's talk about Monk. I'm a huge Tony Shalhoub fan. Love him in Galaxy Quest. Love him in 13 Ghosts. But let's talk about Muck as well. Now, the Alolan Muck form, I love that it goes on a beach vacation and comes back more confident in who it is. I think that's great. Good for it. But Alolan forms are literally in like one generation, so I'd put Muck into awesome or base.
I think it stays at chore for me.
I'm gonna go with basic.
I think that'll put it into basic. I like that though. That's good for Monk. But now where would you put Monk? Where would you put Adrian Monk, the OCD detective? As a Pokemon, I think failure. It doesn't look like a Pokemon at all. As a TV show, I think basic. It's a good time. Shellder is up next. Shellder cannot keep its tongue in its frickin' mouth, but no one talks about it. Its smug aura mocks me. I don't know. It's fine. Chore.
You say it can't keep its tongue in its mouth. It doesn't have a mouth. It just can't keep its tongue anywhere.
Its tongue just exists now. As do its eyes.
Does that make sense for a mollusk, though?
I guess. I don't know what's inside a mollusk.
I think a tongue. I'm assuming.
I guess.
Goddamn.
I don't know. I'm saying chore.
I'm in between basic and awesome. I do really like Shellder.
Where are you at, Mason?
I'm gonna go with basic.
That'll put it in basic pretty comfortably. Shellder. Now, Cloyster's got some sauce. I think I like Cloyster. There are jokes I could make about its anatomy being very educational. But I won't because, you know. But I also like that it's this weird, angry thing. It's also like such a tank. It has insanely high defense, and it's got stupid high defense. It's got defense so high, it's almost Shuckle. I think this is an awesome.
Yeah.
I would also go with awesome.
Cloyster. And also education. It's important. You know, Gastly. I think Gastly. This is another thing like the Abracadabra Alakazam line, where like the whole line is pretty darn good. So I think we've got ourselves another case of double awesome and one sauce.
I agree with that.
I want to put that out there.
Yeah, especially, and I'd give Gengar the sauce just because of his Gigantamax and Mega.
Yeah.
True.
So we've got.
There's like a whole theory that it's like the Gastly is like it beginning to come into our realm, and it gains more body parts as it slowly like pushes through into like the human world.
I love that, and I love that it's just a bad boy. Oh my god, I've never seen its Gigantamax until now.
Yeah, it literally becomes the gates of hell.
It's the Cave of Wonders. It's Vor the Pokemon.
Oh no.
All right, we've got so we'll just take that and we'll make two awesomes in a sauce. Onix. I like its design, but I know it's so bad. It's one of the worst Pokemon to try and actually use. So I think Chore.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure makes sense. I think if this, hear me out. What if Onix was what that Geodude evolved into? It lost the arms, but it got more rocks.
I'd be into
that. I'd be about that. I agree. And I think like as a kid you could trick yourself into thinking that was the case if you're fighting Proc and then you're like, hey, he's got these two things. All right, up next, Krabby Failure. It is a crab.
You skipped over Drowzee.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Onix.
I'm on the
Drowzee.
official Pokemon.
Oh, what the hell? Why did... Oh, it's because I accidentally clicked on the Gen 9 part of it, and or Gen 8 part of it, and Drowzee isn't in Gen 8. So there's no sprites for him there. Let's talk about Drowzee. He is creepy. He is ugly. He is just... His whole lore is terrifying. He wants to torture children. I think awesome.
I do agree with awesome, but not for the same reasons. I just really like tapers.
It is a taper.
Yeah, I like its fun little mud stomach. That's what gives it a good grade for me. I would go awesome.
Drowzee, welcome to awesome. Now we go to Hypno, which I don't like because I feel like it's everything about Drowzee, but it's too serious to the point where I'm like, this is kind of real. So I think Dookie for Hypno.
Yeah, there is no reason Drowzee needed to get a nose job. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I was going to say, and feel free to cut this out, but as a Jew, I feel like it's anti-Semitic.
Leave it in. Like, if you're Jewish, you get to say that. So yeah, it does kind of evoke those like propaganda posters. And
exactly.
And like its whole thing is that like, ooh, it's shifty, it's gonna steal from you. And I'm like, yeah, now that you've said that, Dookie, or do we put it in failure?
I'm fine with failure.
Yeah, I'm fine with failure to send a message.
Hypno, from Drowzee to Hypno, jumps from sauce to failure so aggressively. And I'm sorry I skipped Drowzee earlier, but let's talk about Krabby Failure as well. It's a crab, but without the coolest part of a crab, which is the weird, dumb face they have. Like, it's got, like, a regular crab has, like, eye stalks and, like, this weird, like horizontal mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That is very cool. And they, like, took something that's kind of Pokemon-y in real life and were like, no. Let's make it basic. F for me.
This is information that you may not know, but I'm from the crab state of Maryland, and I'm going to rank this based on how good of a crab it would be to eat, and that's also an F.
Because its legs are so small.
It's not got any meat on it. You would open that up, and you'd be disappointed. You'd throw it back in the big bag.
Corey, do you want to save it from failure?
I wouldn't go more than chore, so let's leave it in failure.
Krabby. Now, Kingler looks a little bit cooler. I think there are too many kings in Gen 1, but I like Kingler all right. I could see Kingler being a chore.
Yeah.
You know, again, as ranking them by how good they would be to eat, I would also go chore because eating any crab is also a chore. You have to break into it.
It's
That's
so much work.
It's too much. It's delicious, but it's too much.
Kingler into Chore. Kingler, more like King Chore. Voltorb, this is a circle with eyes. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, is failures on the ratings, right? I'm gonna go with that.
I think it's a failure too. I think someone was late for their meeting to pitch Pokemon. They were like, hey, you actually need 2 Pokemon. And they were like, this one's angrier though.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just went to Electrode. They don't even like fully circle in the eyes. It's just dots. 2 failures for Voltorb and Electrode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I can't. There's no way I'd want to go above Dookie, so we'll just keep it in failure.
Welcome. We got double. Our first full line in the failure category. Exeggcute. I like Exeggcute. I like that they all have their own personality. I like it. I think it's a basic, maybe an awesome.
I'm down for that basic.
I'm also feeling the basic.
All right.
But
Basic.
then Exeggutor.
One second. I also never remember how to spell execute, and I have to like say each syllable out loud and be like Exeggcute. Now Exeggutor, sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100. Thank you. I was worried you would go the other way.
No, no. Alolan Exeggutor, amazing. Regular Exeggutor, amazing. It changes enough about the original form, and I think improves upon it. Exeggutor, and I think this is another one of the creators' favorite Pokemon. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I don't know which one it is, but one of the creators, it's their favorite.
I have the power of Google at my hand.
We don't have to worry about that now. We've already decided it's sauce.
We've already decided it should.
And speaking of sauce, up next is Cubone, who deserves all of the sauce because 1, he's got a weapon. 2, he's got armor. 3, he's got sad, edgy rogue backstory of dead parents. He can't exist without dead parents. How great is that? Sauce.
Yeah.
He's got his own exclusive move where he throws a boomerang, so he's a little bit Australian. Sauce. I'm tempted to give Cubone the zesty. I'm tempted to take it away from Farfetch'd.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't get me wrong, Cubone's cool. I'm stuck in between basic and awesome, but I don't know if I'd go zesty.
You're between basic and awesome? You wouldn't even give it a sauce?
I give it a hard awesome. I don't
hard awesome. Mason.
I'm pushing into sauce from awesome.
I'm gonna give it sauce. I'll give it sauce, Cubone, because I'm the one doing the Excel. So I'm gonna be like, when your friend is like, I'll be the banker in Monopoly. No reason. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna take 20s every once in a while. Like you might not take the 500, but you'll definitely be like, oh, I took 20. Here we go. Now Marowak, I'm good going back to awesome. I feel like the tragedy of its backstory is kind of lost on it at this point because it's grown up. I like its Alolan form, even though Fire Ghost is so weird to put on a Pokemon that has so far only learned ground moves. I think I'll put it in awesome, maybe even basic.
Hear me out. Marowak is the Batman of Pokemon.
Correct.
And
I would rank Batman as basic if we were ranking superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. But both are orphans, both wear masks, both use boomerang. I'm thinking, yeah, definitely basic.
Yeah.
Corey?
I agree with the basic.
In this case, the B stands for Batman. As we put Marowak into basic. All right. Up next, Hitmonlee. I like Hitmonlee. I think Hitmonlee is awesome.
I'd give Hitmonlee a basic.
I'm gonna have to go with the basic. I'm not a fan of its legs. The legs are the main draw, and they're uncomfortable.
See, I like the legs. I like the legs on it. But if we want to put it in basic, that's fine. As long as we're putting it above average, I can feel good. It's like the Mezzo Forte ranking. Hitmonchan. I like Hitmonchan more, but not enough to put it into sauce. I'll put it into awesome.
I'm gonna say basic again. I think they're both basic. Again, it's wearing clothes, and that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And this time it's got little booties, and I don't like the booties.
The shoes are an interesting idea there.
You've been complaining about fighting types' feet for so long, and now one's wearing shoes and hiding them, and you're like, let me see them feet. How much for feet pics, Hitmonchan?
Hitmonchan is the only Pokemon with any form of like concern for going outside into what it steps in. So you know what? Yeah, awesome. It has
awesome. Yes,
what it steps in.
Corey,
this one stays a basic for me, but that doesn't change nothing.
It gets to go up to base. It gets to go up to awesome. Hitmonlee, and that might surprise people, or Hitmonchan rather than not Hitmonlee, because I have dunked on this so much in my silver run. But that's just because it's bad until 4th gen. Once it hits 4th gen and those elemental punches become physical, it's a totally different thing. Lickitung. What a weird thing that I think is such a Pokemon. Like, it is, like, this is a Pokemon. It's not really any animal that I think it's supposed to be like an anteater, but it doesn't have a nose. So it's like its own thing. It's got a great mini game in Pokemon Stadium. Sauce.
Sauce for sure.
Oh yeah.
Anderson. It's Anderson.
It is. This is Anderson too.
If you've watched me stream, which probably most of you haven't, but do it. It's fun. We have a good time. All right, Lickitung. Koffing. I like Koffing a lot. I think Koffing's an awesome tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smile, if it weren't for like the goofiness, I would say basic, but the goofy little smile brings it up.
I feel like he's a Pokemon that is consistently hotboxing himself. All right, Koffing in the awesome, and then I am giving a nice sauce tier for Weezing, because again, a lot of times they'll just be like, but what if more on the Pokemon? But for Weezing, it makes sense because they're all tumors. And that's why he's sad, because he's growing tumors and is great.
Not to mention that Galarian form. Ooh.
Oh, exactly.
We got to talk about the fancy boy.
Doug Dimmadome himself.
Yes.
We'll give him the sauce?
Definitely.
Weezing, welcome to Sauceville. Welcome to Saucevale. Rhyhorn, up next. This one is another one that like feels like a Pokemon. Like it's a it's a rhino, but it's also not a rhino. You know? I think it's a basic though. Cause it's kind of all one color palette. It's just the same color of gray.
You make a good point with the color, but just it's got such solid shape design here. I mean, like, it's covered in these different armor plates, but it doesn't look like it, like, limits how it's able to move. Like, it looks like it's able to move the way it's supposed to.
So I'm saying basic. Do you want to give it an awesome?
I do.
Mason.
I'm all up in that awesome.
All up in that awesome with the Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn. Welcome to awesome. Now, the evolution. Rhydon. The original Pokemon designed, if I'm not incorrect, it's the most Pokemon. That's a sauce.
I'd say sauce. My only concern is that the name confuses me, because Rhyhorn is the one that you look like you could ride on.
True, and Rhydon has a better horn than Rhyhorn.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about this one. I'd even bring mine down to basic.
I think that puts it into awesome, because we're saying we're rounding down. So Rhydon, welcome to Basic Town. All right, right on. Right on. Chansey! This is a circle that they put another circle. I like Chansey. I was dunking on Chansey there, but it's cute. It cares about you. It's like Kirby. It's shaped like a friend. Basic or awesome. One of the two.
I am not a fan of like the weird gill things it has, like axolotl gills. They're very uncomfortable. And I think that brings it to chore for me.
Okay.
I'd go.
Corey?
I'd go basic on Chansey.
All right, I think that'll put it into a solid basic. Chansey. Basic. Yeah, basic. Tangela.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yep. It's got the little feet.
I was gonna say zesty. I thought this might bring it out.
I can't replace Farfetch'd with this in my
He's
mind.
wearing Jordans.
They're not Jordans.
You have
But they
no way
are
to
cute
disprove
little-
that.
You have no way to prove it. But I will give it sauce. I will for sure give Tangela sauce. Corey, if you want to outrank me and put it in Zesty, if you think it's more deserving than Farfetch'd.
Oh no, this one's awesome for me.
Oh, you're even just saying awesome. Okay. Well, then we'll put it in, we'll give it some sauce. Kangaskhan. I love Kangaskhan's design. I like kangaroos. I like that she has a little baby with her. I like that in the Mega Evolution, the baby gets to do stuff. I'm gonna say awesome, though, just because until it got that Mega Evolution, wasn't super... Like, you couldn't get it anywhere. Like, no one's team felt like it needed the Kangaskhan, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I might even go basic for Kangaskhan.
Ooh.
Nah, I'll stay with awesome. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm also staying.
Kangaskhan. I also like that for some reason it has like name. Like I get Kangas because it's a kangaroo. What is the like Genghis Khan? Why is it named after Genghis Khan, who was a male conqueror of China? And they're like, yeah, for the parent Pokemon. Oh, is it because Genghis Khan's DNA is in so many people because of how much
Oh god.
bad
God.
stuff Genghis
That it?
Khan did? Oh, let's talk about Horsea. Let's talk about Horsea. This Plants vs. Zombies looking seahorse. I like it fine. I think it's a basic.
It's interesting you said the Plants vs. Zombie because I was going to say it has energy that reminds me of Bellsprout.
Oh, for sure. It's underwater Bellsprout.
Yeah,
But I think it's better than Bellsprout.
definitely. Definitely better than Bellsprout.
So would we put it in awesome then? Because we put Bellsprout in basic. I need votes. I need votes.
I mean, on this one, I'm stuck between chore and basic.
Oh, you're between chore and basic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty solid on basic.
You know, I don't think there's anything I can do because if awesome is where I'd want to go, and that'll just bring it to basic. So let's just do basic.
When we sort out basic, we'll make sure to put it above Bellsprout.
There we go.
Seadra.
Squeezed in there.
Seadra, I think Seadra's a good evolution. I think it's also basic.
Yeah.
It changes enough without changing too much.
Yeah.
Seadra, basic. All right, up next, Goldeen.
Dookie at best.
Yeah.
You're saying Dookie? I was going to say chore. Mason, where you at on it?
I'm with Dookie.
Dookie.
The
Goldeen.
horn feels out of place.
Yeah, it feels like they put a horn on it just so it wouldn't be a koi fish. Like they're like, oh shoot, I just made a koi fish. Put a horn on it. Now it's not. Seeking doesn't really change much. It becomes derpier, but it's not like a cute derpy. It's just kind of a derpy. I think also Dookie.
I could maybe be persuaded up to chore.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sure.
I'm thinking Arby's. We'll put it in short. There's also way too many frickin' water type Pokemon, way too many fish Pokemon. So if you want to be a fish, you gotta stand out. Like Staryu, because Staryu is great.
Hiya!
Hiya! I will put Staryu into. I think I want to put Staryu into basic so that I can put Starmie into awesome.
Mm-hmm. I will do the same.
Yeah.
Staryu, Starmie, and hey, that's another twofer that we handled. I'm proud of us. Mr. Mime,
Sauce.
a hot, controversial Pokemon that I feel like some people would put up at Zesty and some would put down at failure. Because not only is he kind of creepy, he also wants to hook up with your mom and be your new dad. I think I'll put it at an awesome. I like Mr. Mime and his weird ass.
I'm feeling short.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. It's just uncomfortable.
Corey?
Oh, I am straight up at sauce for this guy.
Straight up at sauce. I think that puts it at awesome. Mr. Mime in the awesome tier above Charizard. I am sure no one will be mad in the comments. Folks, make sure to step into your fridge because we've got some sauce. It's Scyther.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you look at Scyther and say anything but sauce?
Mm-hmm.
He's got knives on his hands.
I legitimately asked myself in my head, I'm like, could I go lower than sauce? Would I be fine with awesome? No.
This is another contender. I think this is another contender for Zesty.
I don't think I could push him into Zesty, but I think definitely sauce.
He's earned his sauce. And he'll help you make sauce by chopping garlic very finely.
He's the ideal Pokemon to have in a kitchen besides Farfetch'd.
Yes, because you want Farfetch'd in the kitchen to murder and eat.
And who does that for you? Scyther. Except he's a bug type, so he's weak.
He is. Well, Slash will do it.
Yeah.
He can slash that. And he's going to be faster. Now, Jinx. Okay, I don't want to talk about, like, the blackface controversy thing because, like, it's a different thing in Japan, and apparently it's based off of some, like, traditional Japanese art or whatever. And they changed it. Let's just talk about Jinx with the purple face. I still don't like it.
Doesn't Jinx have, like, a crazy high speed stat?
It does. It's faster than Pidgeot.
That scares me.
Yeah. That's like when a zombie is fast.
Yeah, it's a fast zombie. I wanna say Dookie. I don't think I'll go full failure.
Whoa.
What was that?
That was the power of Jinx disagreeing.
That was Jinx saying, put me in sauce or die. I'm putting her in Dookie. I fear no Jinx.
I would go. I think I'm going Chore. I'm not comfortable with Jinx, but there's some decent design there.
Jinx wears a bra, and for that reason, I'm gonna have to go Dookie.
Yes, I think that's. Yeah, I don't want to know that Pokemon need bras. Electabuzz, I feel like this is another sauce. It's like a weird electric monkey thing?
I think it's supposed to be like an Oni.
Oh,
that makes it way cooler.
Sauce?
Yeah. Sauce for sure.
Solid sauce. A solid sauce for Electabuzz. And you know what? We could all stand to Electabuzz this November. Guys, I said we could all stand to elect a buzz this November. I think my mic must have cut out because that joke was very good. Speaking of Electabuzz, let's elect a Biff because we got a butthead here. It's Magmar.
Ooh.
who's got cheeks you could clap on his head. And I like Magmar. He's a dumb fire duck whose eyebrows are a butt. That's awesome.
Do you know Magmar's Japanese name?
What is it?
Boober.
It's Boober.
That is ridiculous.
Okay, Boober, let's put you in awesome.
Yes.
It's a basic for me.
It's a basic for you. It's a solid awesome for me.
I'm going with awesome for Boober.
Just for Boober. Oh, Boober. Pinsir. I think that's another awesome. It's not sauce like Scyther is to me, but it's cool.
Yeah, I think I'd go awesome. I would consider sauce with that mega form, which I have not seen before. This is my first time seeing it. If I saw that thing flying at me, I'd piss myself.
Yeah, it fills your pants full of Metapod, Pidgeotto, Rattata, Raticate, Bloom, Paris, because it fills them full of Dookie. But I'll put him in awesome. We're good putting Pinsir in awesome.
Yeah, Pinsir. Yep. I hardly know her.
Oh! Pinsir, I want some more. Tauros. It's okay. I think a basic.
It's just a bowl.
Yeah, it's just a ball with the whip like on its butt.
So it's a masochist ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basic.
I'd go chore.
You go chore?
I'm thinking basic.
Basic. Okay. Right. Tauros. In the basic. Magikarp. The definition of chore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really about this design though. I'd go awesome with it.
I could see that. I'll put it up to basic. Even though it is exactly what the definition of chore is. Like, it exists to make you work for Gyarados.
I think basic makes sense because, again, it is just a fish.
It isn't, though, because it's got its crown. It's got its whiskers. Like, it's...
Fair.
It's got some nice design elements. Now, Gyarados. Let's talk Gyarados. I think it's a bit much. So I want to say it's a chore.
I don't know. I'm thinking back to when I was like a kid and just how cool Gyarados was and how I always made sure Gyarados was on my team because he was just the coolest. So I'm going to have to go with awesome.
I think I'm going to go basic on this one.
Hey, and that'll balance it out at a basic. I like Gyarados just fine. Like, anything that I'm ranking above failure, I have a little respect for. Like, I like it. Because they did a good job on stuff. So I don't want to say, like, when I'm saying Gyarados is a chore that, like, oh, I hate Gyarados, I'd never use one. I like Gyarados just fine. But, it's a little much for me. It's just, it feels like it's trying a bit too hard. Which definitely also appealed to me when I was younger. I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. So big and angry. But now that I'm an adult, I like Lapras. I like that it's just like, hey, I'll bring you where you need to go. You need a ride? It's Lift the Pokemon. It's a 5-star Lift ride.
Lapras to me is the mom that brought orange slices to your soccer game as a kid. And yeah, that's awesome. That was the best part of playing soccer was the oranges at the end.
Yeah, you're playing for oranges. I'm saying Lapras goes in awesome.
Lapras for me is a chore.
Ooh. That's enough to bring it down to basic. Lapras.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. It just doesn't stand out enough for me. It just kind of feels meh.
Hey, Ditto, you know, is the next Pokemon, because I don't agree with you and your slanderous take on Lapras. Ditto, it's something that kind of exists in every RPG. I feel like it's more filling a slot than like being its own thing because it literally can't be its own thing. Its whole point is to be something else. So I'll say Dookie. It's just...
Yeah, I can agree with Dookie.
I have the complete opposite opinion. This is a literal sauce Pokemon.
Okay, so we've got one sauce and two Dookies? That'll put it down at basic. Ditto gets to go to basic land. You better hope you're here when we go through the basic, because you're going to be the only one who's advocate to put it higher.
Fair enough.
Hey, speaking of being anything you want to be, let's talk about Eevee. For me, Eevee is basic. It's not super special on its own. The whole point of it is that it can turn into something better. So to me, that says basic.
Yeah.
But it's
Basic
cute,
as well.
so I don't want to go lower than basic. All right, Eevee. All right. Up next, we got to go through some evolutions. Vaporeon, a top tier of the Gen 1 evolutions. This is an awesome, maybe a sauce.
I'd say this one stays at basic for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and it's the one that feels the least right to me of the three.
Really?
It's just like they took a dog and were like, but what if water?
It's a mermaid dog. That's more than Flareon gets. Flareon gets like fat poofy tail. Okay, it's fine. Where are you ranking it? I'll say awesome.
I'm going basic.
You're saying basic? Basic. Vaporeon goes to basic. The same category as Magikarp.
I'm
the same
fine
category
with that.
as Psyduck. I just want to make sure that we all think Vaporeon belongs there. Jolteon, this is my sauce. This is my sauce Eevee in Gen 1.
Definitely sauce.
Yeah, at lowest I'd go is awesome.
Jolteon, welcome to the sauce. All right, Flareon, for me, this is the choice. I think it's the worst evolution.
So, I think I'd go with B as well.
So you're saying B, I'm saying C. Mason, where you want to go?
I'm going C.
Flareon, taking the C. Take a C, young Flareon. Porygon, this hurt children. Even though Pikachu was the one who did it. It's just the Porygon episode, so everyone assumes it was Porygon, but really it was Pikachu who caused all those flashing lights that caused seizures. Porygon, I don't know. This is the Digimon Pokemon to me. This is the one that's like, it's a Digimon. And it's literally the digital monster. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I must be very biased with this one. I consider sauce, but I'll go awesome.
Say sauce and we'll bump it up to basic.
Okay.
As a result. Porygon, welcome to basic. Porygon. Nope. Spell it right. Not Porygon. Porygon. There we go. All right, Porygon in the basic. Ammonite. Sure. Actually, Ammonite, I think basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like it better than Amistar.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go with basic.
And then I think Amistar I want to go with a chore on.
But chore because the bad eyes and the bad mouth. So
yeah,
things...
I do not like Amistar's mouth.
Yeah.
Kabuto. I think this is a chore for sure. I might even want to say Dookie for Kabuto. I think I'm saying Dookie.
Yeah, I can't tell where I want to put it.
I think I'm in between chore and basic, but I think I'm leaning chore.
I think I'm also leaning chore.
Chore for Kabuto. Now, Kabutops.
Oh, I'm going awesome.
I think awesome. I think sauce. I like knife hands. It's cool to me.
He can help you spread butter on your toast, and I think that's ideal for a Pokemon.
So I'm saying sauce for Kabutops.
I'm also going sauce.
Kabutops. Up next, Kabu Bottoms. I'm kidding. It's Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's cool. It is just a pterodactyl, kind of, but dinosaurs aren't something I see in real life, so it makes me want. I also like the rock flying combination. I think that's cool. I will say awesome for Aerodactyl. I don't think it's as cool as Kabutops.
I'm gonna be real with you. For me, this is basically just rock type Charizard.
Ooh. Oh. So I'm saying awesome. I'm guessing you're saying basic or...
I'm stuck between Chore and basic.
Mason, where are you at?
I'm at awesome. It's cool. Like, there's nothing else to it.
I think I'm gonna put it in awesome then. Dactyl, because we've got two people saying awesome, and you were kind of on the fence to go basic for it.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Doesn't sound like I'm like putting my own will in.
No, you're good.
Although I'll never look at it the same because it is rock type Charizard.
Yeah, it kind of is. Snorlax, though.
Awesome.
That's a
not...
sauce Pokemon.
Yeah, awesome.
Sauce
That's not
for sure.
sauce.
I don't think it needs Zesty. I still like Farfetch'd as our Zesty.
God, in that Gigantamax form, it's just so good.
Oh, there's a Gigantamax one?
Yeah, it's got a
Oh my god. Why?
It became the path that it blocked.
Cheapers, that is beautiful. Clear sauce. Time to talk about legendary birds. Articuno. I don't love the gen. I think my favorite is Zapdos. I think Articuno is my second favorite, but I'm only gonna say basic for Articuno.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the episode of the anime though, where like Articuno lets Ash ride him?
I have not.
Because that was like one of the coolest moments of my childhood.
If I saw it, I didn't remember it, and I'm sure I saw it, so it must not have stood out to me.
It was in like the weird between Gen 3 and Gen 4 stuff.
Okay. See, I stopped watching the anime after like Gen 2.
Yeah, we are forgetting. There's a big age gap, I think, between us.
Yes, I think there is. Wait, you're over 18, right?
Oh, I'm 21.
Perfect. Okay. Just because there are like legal things about putting minors on YouTube. Okay. Anyway.
Just double check.
Anyway, can we fuck? Anyway.
Can we?
Zapdos. Oh, did we rank Articuno? No, I said basic. And you said awesome, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Corey, where are you at?
I'm at basic.
Basic. Articuno in the basic. Articuno. Zapdos is an awesome for me.
Oh yeah.
Definitely awesome.
It's got the full-on chicken legs. Like you could take its legs off and eat the drumsticks right there.
Honestly, looking at its picture again here, I'd even push it into sauce.
Mason, do you want to take it to sauce?
I don't know if I could push it all the way to sauce.
I think I want to keep it in awesome as well. But we're glad you're here, Corey.
Thank you.
And we're glad you're editing this because Lord knows I don't want to do any editing right now. Moltres, the worst one, I think.
Oh, definitely. It's a rubber chicken that got set on fire.
Yes.
It's the Ponyta of birds.
Bird, but on fire. So I'm saying chore.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, up next, Dratini. Chore. It's
yes.
I think Dragonair is great, and we'll talk about that in like 30 seconds. Dratini is just this. It's nothing.
If you want to talk about like when you were saying with Magikarp, you're using it just to get to Gyarados.
Yeah,
I think it's the same thing. Is you get this just so you can get Dragonite, and that is a bigger chore to me.
it is. Dratini in Chore, unless Corey, do you want to take it somewhere else?
Oh no, I think Chore is good.
Now Dragonair, I'll put into I'll say awesome.
I'll bump it up to basic.
I think awesome works for me.
Perfect. Dragonair. Dragoon-air. I'm so bad at typing. Yeah, just I think it's sleeker. It's everything that Dratini is, but better. And then Dragonite, derpy, chubby, friendly dragon. That's a sauce.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's 420. Puff the Magic Dragon is here to stay.
Dragonite, because it's 420 all night. It's 420 all month long, even though no one can leave their house. Anyway, Corey, you comfortable with the souse?
Yeah.
The sousey dragon? Mewtwo. Hey, I don't like legendaries. I'm not a fan. Honestly, I don't want to put him on my team. Mewtwo is so freaking cool.
And you know,
Mewtwo is sauce, potentially zesty.
even though he's got that two-toe feet thing going on, I think it works for Mewtwo.
Yeah, because Mewtwo is like, it's inorganic. It's not something that should exist, and neither should its fingers or its toes, but it works. I don't think it beats out Farfetch'd for the zest.
But you'll
But
get some sauce.
It's sauce for sure.
Mewtwo, welcome to sauce. And then finally, the one that started it all, but also didn't, depending on the lore, because they change it every goddamn generation. It's Mew. Mew's got to get sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd go awesome at the lowest.
Because Mew is just
Definitely.
such a little cutie. It's just all it wants to be. Mew.
They somehow took a fetus and made it good.
Yeah, they did. They were like, let's take a hairless cat, let's take a fetus, two very ugly things, put them together and make it adorable. Somehow, they did it. Well, that is the last Pokemon for Gen 1. I want to thank Mason for joining us. And then I want to kind of go over, we've got, in the Zesty category, Farfetch'd. That's our number one Pokemon of the generation. In Sauce, we've got Ninetales, Jigglypuff, Meowth, Arcanine, Alakazam, Slowbro, Gengar, Drowzee, Cubone, Lickitung, Weezing, Tangela, Scyther, Electabuzz, Jolteon, Kabutops, Snorlax, Dragonite, Mewtwo, and Mew. Do we want to go through? I mean, I'm reading them pretty fast. We could go through them pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Awesome sauce. In the awesome category, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Blastoise, Beedrill, Pikachu, Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Vulpix, Parasect, Dugtrio, Growlithe, Abracadabra, Machamp, Tentacruel, Geodude, Slowpoke, Doduo, Dodrio, Cloyster, Gastly, Haunter, Exeggutor, Hitmonchan, Koffing, Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Kangaskhan, Starmie, Mr. Mime, Magmar, Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Zapdos, and Dragonair. Going through that again, I really don't like that Dugtrio and Parasect made it up that high. Because in basic, we have Venusaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Caterpie, Butterfree, Kakuna, Pidgeot, Fearow, Arbok, Clefairy, Oddish, Vileplume, Venonat, Diglett, Psyduck, Mankey, Primeape, Poliwag, Poliwrath, Bellsprout, Golem, Ponyta, Magneton, Muck, Shellder, Exeggcute, Marowak, Hitmonlee, Chansey, Horsea, Seadra, Staryu, Tauros, Magikarp, Gyarados, Lapras, Ditto, Eevee, Vaporeon, Porygon, Ammonite, and Articuno. In the Chore Camp, again, a reminder, we have Dugtrio and Parasect in the awesome tier. When we finalize the list, maybe we'll fix some stuff. But in the Chore tier, in tier number 4, Charmeleon, Charizard, Wartortle, Weedle, Spearow, Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoran again, but boy this time, Nidorino, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Zubat, Golbat, Venomoth, Persian, Sorry, Poliwhirl, Machoke, Victreebel, Tentacool, Rapidash, Magnemite, Grimer, Onix, Kingler, Seaking, Flareon, Amistar, Kabuto, Moltres, Dratini. In the Dookie category, Metapod, Pidgeotto, Rattata, Raticate, Ekans, Gloom, Paris, Golduck, Machop, Graveler, Dugong, Goldeen, and Jinx. And the failures, the ones we wish weren't even here. Pidgey, Weepinbell, Seel, Hypno, Krabby, Voltorb, Electrode.
After hearing,
How's everybody feeling about that list?
well, after hearing the failures again, I definitely feel like we did good there.
I think so too. I'm thinking about the game and I'm like, if those I think I'd have a better time.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Some of those, are interesting choices, but I think the system works.
Yes. Trust the system. Trust the process. All right, Mason, I want to thank you so much for being with us. We'll probably have you back on for 4, you said you wanted to do?
Yeah, 4's my favorite gen.
We'll pull you in for Gen 4. We'll be back next time for Gen 2 with another special guest.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.